can relationships go back to normal after someone's cheated?
Heck no.
Oh, he's gonna jump in like that. He's gonna jump in like that.
Sis came through with the
Speak your piece.
Because but okay, you know what? I'm probably about to be sexist right now, but I feel like with a woman, like if the infidelity is done against the woman, I feel like sometimes they are more willing to forgive. Some women, not all. They're more willing to forgive. However, in the back of her mind, what you did is going to always be there. And every time you say, I'm going to the store or I'm going here, she's going to give you that. It's going to be in the back of her mind. However, if a woman cheats on a man, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. The relationship is over. He don't want to look at you. He hurt. He crying. He looking out the window while it's raining, trying to figure out how you could do this to him. He is betrayed. He calling all his homeboys. He putting you out.
Rain?
Right. Sometimes it's soft as a mist.
He is so betrayed and trying to understand how could you even what? You were with someone else, like, and he's not gonna forgive you. He's just gonna break up with you.
I'm gonna challenge that a little bit.
I am so.
Oh my God!
Really? Hold up.
I don't know what's
crazy. That's crazy.
Only reason I say that is because I've been a cheater and a cheatee.
Wow.
Whoa! Hold on now.
When I was in college, I was.
Hold on.
Go ahead, see.
I'm gonna drink my water. Hold on.
First. I'm gonna let you go first because C might say something that has me not to say nothing else. C might hold me to a preacher standpoint. I ain't gonna say that.
So listen, I would say this, that first of all, define cheating. I'm just playing.
I'm about to say, but you know what? Some people do, like, you got emotional cheating, you got physical cheating. Like, even if you've been, my definition of cheating is if you are doing anything with that person that you cannot do in front of your mates, conversation, anything, that's cheating.
So listen,
I define that.
I personally.
Thank you.
It is.
What'd you say, Walt?
I agree with that.
Okay.
If you can't do it, if you can't do it in front of who you rocking with, then what you doing it for?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, but hold up, maybe the person that you're rocking with just ain't going. Maybe they don't want to rock that route. Because they might want to do it in front of them, but they just don't want to.
Okay. Wait. Before C says anything, that's going to have him in the doghouse. Before he says anything else.
So listen, no. Let me finish my point.
Let me shut him down.
Let me finish my point.
Okay.
Now, my wife, I tell her all the time. She got one time to cheat on me, and I'm gonna forgive her.
Do it gotta be Cisco? Do it gotta be Genuine?
Nah, listen. She already has a pass with me if she cheats. Right off the rip, and the reason why is because
if he usher like what's the stipulation?
Nah,
like just one cheat period.
She got a pass with me because my thing is the list of stuff that she's done won't overshadow the cheat.
The good thing that she's done.
Yeah, all the stuff that she's done for me. We're going on almost 20 years, so together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So married 10, 11, this year be 11. But it's one of those things where I need to know why too, because is it something that I'm doing wrong? Is it something that I'm not, doing for you? Why did you do that? Now, if you don't want to be with this person, go just have at it.
Let me tell you something. And I'm the only person that I was not using my discernment with is my child's father. He's the only person that I did not use my discernment. You have a great wife. She is very I feel like you saying that Oh, she's
Don't do
great.
that. Don't
You
do
better be
that.
the
She's
doghouse.
amazing.
You better be
You're
the
not about to do
doghouse.
that. You're not about
Take
to do
Baby,
out,
that.
I will walk
She's
my
straight.
happy behind
She's straight.
over there to put
You
him in
are
the
so
doghouse.
irritating. Like, don't do
Stop.
that. Like,
I
you're
feel
not
like
about to do that.
he made this rule because he knows that she will never use it. Like she will never use it.
That's not true.
And
It's not
yeah,
about that
no.
though. It's not about
No.
that. Because you understand, I'm in my mind, I made this up a long time ago in my head, right? And the thing about it is that it's a list, like I can't even being on this podcast right now at this very moment is a part of that list. Like she, it because you understand we live in a townhome. So it be, like we bumping into each, like it's a small space. So when we start this podcast, she has to stop her dinner and then go upstairs where she could want to be, be in her comfort zone in her own home. She takes the time out that's her investment for my dream. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for that one thing plus the whole list of stuff,
the dynamic of everything else, right?
If it happens to the point where she's like, yo, like she comes to me and say, yo, I messed up. I cheated.
And I don't know her personally, like as in us having a conversation, but the things that I've seen from her, I don't see that in her. Like I don't see her just out here doing you dirty. She got Carrington. I don't see that. But right. I'm just saying.
That's you, right?
I don't see that.
See, what I know is that I look at people all the time and I don't see stuff in certain people either. But guess what? You know one thing I do see? Human being. I see a human.
But the difference between me and you is you don't trust anybody.
No.
Everybody got it in them. Everybody no. For you, everybody got it in them.
I trust her. She has my legacy. She has my child. My one and only. She has my bank account. She has all of that. Right? So I trust her. She has my ring. You understand what I'm saying? She has all the trust in the world.
Jay, that's your best friend.
Yes.
Do you see any of that in her?
From what I know of her, I don't see her doing that. Mm-mm. But I don't see her doing that, but I understand C's point is like everybody makes mistakes. Like, and everyone, like you said, we're all one day short of glory. However, I'm sure I got the verbiage wrong, but you understand what it is that I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
So I understand his point, but personally, do I ever see her doing anything like that? I don't.
Never.
And I can understand him kind of why he would give that pass because she is a wonderful individual. But I do have a question because Walt is in a relationship. Walt, how long have you and your girl been together?
3 years. Went over 3 years.
So
it'll be 4 years. Not over.
So if she cheats on you,
it's over.
Thank you very much.
Forever.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
It's the difference between, like, I've been with my guy, like, we've been together since high school. Since 10th grade for me, 12th grade for him. We have broken up so many times, but I feel like my kindred spirit is always going to be with him. Always. Always. He's been over here, baby. Okay? Like, but now that I'm grown, I'm not no more. Like, see, I don't see that in Tay because she is wholeheartedly committed. Like, when I see her at church, I be like,
well, see, it's not about what I don't see that either. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about that. It's about this is when I say that's a testament to what she's done.
But I also feel like if you saw that in her, you would not give her that pass. If you was like, oh, she might do it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
right,
don't
so
feel like that.
this is how I see it. From day one up until
Solid.
now, she has done things, probably more things than anybody that ever in my life. Like nobody's done more than her.
Family. Mm-hmm.
Right. So for her to say, yo, I messed up. I can't, if she wants to go, then she goes. That's cool. I'm not sitting acting like I'm playing the fool, like I'm stupid. Like I'm not going about like you, then you cheat on me again. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna take you back again. Nah, that's not gonna happen. You get one pass. You get one pass, and I need to know exactly why you did it so we can move on from that. You understand what I'm saying?
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just one question. Jay, do you feel like that's realistic? Because only reason I say that is because you say that now. I feel like I've never questioned anything you say because I know it's real. See, but I also feel like you know what you have. You know the gem that you have in Tay. You definitely do. I don't.
Listen.
The first thing. Let me just say this.
It's
the first thing that
it's not about that.
she would never. Like I don't see that in her.
Go ahead, hold on. Walt been trying to talk for a minute though. Go ahead, Walt.
Go ahead, Walt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Walt.
Go ahead, Walt.
So the main reason why I would say that's something that is between me and my girl, as far as like what we have between us, as far as like why I'm real big on like not cheating. Because in the sense, it's like I was looking at it from the point of view as far as like that's something that I wouldn't do to you at the end of the day. So if like we made that, if that was something that we know that was important to us, being honest and being 100, if you lying to me, or if you're not gonna come to me and tell me what's up, or put me some inkling, or let me know, that means the communication was off. If you cheated on me in the past and you didn't let me know from jump, or unless you came to me straight up about it, like straight up about it, and told me like literally, yo, and then it's like, then I'm gonna be feeling some type of way about you, in a sense, because I know this: if I cheated and you take me back, you're gonna be looking at me side-eyed all the time. You're gonna be looking at me from across the room a different kind of way all the time. And I've always felt that way, regardless of who my woman was gonna be. So it was like, of course, and the thing that made me value her so much is because we see that in the same light. It was like, yo, that's something that I hold for real value in. If you honest and you faithful and you true, then we don't have to cheat. I'm not saying you can't be attracted to other people. I'm not saying that you can't find other people attractive or anything like that. But when it comes down to actually committing the act and doing it, so that's a decision. It ain't nothing about becoming weak to a moment or doing something like that. When it comes down to it, did you go down there? Did you make the move? Did you go ahead? You did it. So if you did it, then be 100 about it. But don't, it's like, that goes for both ways. And that's just something that I've always felt that way about it. And the reason why that's not the only reason why, but one of the main things that has really helped me with when it comes to her is like, yo, we'll be 100 about that kind of stuff. So I expect that. So it's like, if I'm being 100, I expect you to be 100 too. If I'm giving you that, and the thing is, you have to trust. You have to trust. I've been through so much with my woman. So I'm saying, like, I've been through so much. So when it comes down to like being honest and all that kind of stuff, it's like, I ain't got nothing to hide. So it's like, I am being vulnerable. Just like she's being vulnerable with me. I am putting myself out there to be hurt. Just like you doing the same thing with me. So just like, if we doing that for each other, why would I do that? Why would I hurt you? I'm not going to put myself in a certain situation to do that. So if it happened, then it's like, yo, like, what's up? I understand we human. I understand we make mistakes. But there's certain things that, yo, you don't have to do. It ain't something that you have to necessarily go through if you have that communication.
But I'm saying, like, so, because C was like that if it were to happen, okay, he would be hurt, of course, which I'm sure, but also he would be like, all right, I need to know what's up. Like, I need to know why. And I think, and a lot of times when women cheat, I'm not going to say every time, but I'm going to say quite a few times, there is something within the relationship that is lacking or that is missing.
I agree with that.
On both sides.
Right, on both sides, right. There's something that's missing. So the conversation, and a lot of times that conversation needs to be had.
Oh, it's already been had though.
Right, or it's been had and the change is not. So if we've already had this conversation,
Exactly.
if we had this multiple times and nothing is being done, why even cheat? Just walk away.
Straight
Like,
up.
why are we even still playing this game?
That's complicated right there, though.
It is a complicated. It is really.
It is.
That's
It is.
complicated.
Like I
I feel like
said.
we in a
Like I
different
said
sense of.
before.
Mm.
Go ahead, Walt. Go ahead.
I'm saying I feel like it's a different like stance too, as far as like what position in life you in. I'm saying I'm in a relationship. We going on 4 years, but I'm saying like he been married for 20 years. Me and Neek been married for like 15, 20 years, and then she came to me and told me some stuff like that. Like, yo, of course I'm not gonna just be like we will never speak again. Like,
yeah, like
you got the history. The history has been
built. That's the thing I'm telling. See, like longevity speaks bigger volumes than you having a relationship outside of your marriage. Like you've been together 3 years, not married, but y'all been together 20 years, and there's an in between, a guy or whoever.
It can happen though.
That's a lot. But that changes the dynamic. No,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Stuff happens.
It definitely can.
If there was if there was a dude like in between during that time period, and that wasn't communicated until later, though, I'm saying if something
I'm talking about, but what I'm saying is like now, like it happened
at this moment, like it happened, and now where do we go from here?
Right.
Shoot, man.
Listen, let me tell you, and I hear, see, and I hear
see, that's what I'm saying.
Like I said,
now you sitting here looking right.
No, it's different because you have like with men, and this is just me. Like I said, when I was in college, everybody can get it. Anybody, like not.
Wait, hold on.
No.
Wait a minute. I need you to rephrase that, please. Please rephrase that.
I had the same boyfriend
anyway
from 10th grade. No, not in that way. From 10th grade up until I went to college for 3 years. And my mom had a heart attack, and I quit college because I had to go to work. So I was with the same boyfriend from 10th grade. I have only liked or even loved. Like I feel like a black widow because I've only liked like 2 men. And I'm terrible with love. But if I was married for 20 years and you decide to step your ashy black behind out on marriage,
not ashy.
I gotta be ashy.
You gotta be ashy. You gotta be ashy. You gotta be ashy. That sounds like some ashy man stuff. To step your black behind out of our 20-year marriage. I don't care. Like I'm not giving no pass. That's me. Listen.
I'm gonna tell you something. The problem a lot of people have, I don't put no human being on a pedestal.
Correct.
True. No.
Not one.
That's very much correct. Very
but
correct.
I'm also not lending you to the highest bidder. Like, no.
I put you in I mean, as far as I don't want to say it's not a pedestal, it's more of a like, you know,
humanistic.
I see
you're human.
Like,
yeah. We're all capable of doing just about anything, right? We're humans at that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like
I get that, yeah.
Even in a relationship since like we've been together since 2003, right? We've been married since 2010. Even in that situation, when you're looking at that, I'm still going to say, yo, if you mess up, you get a pass because up until this point, it's nothing has even been in my mind to be like, yo, I gotta watch her. You know what I'm saying? But if something happened, I'm like, yo, all right, boy, what happened? See, here's what it is. Here's what it is. At the end of the day, how much is your relationship worth saving?
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta
And
ask those questions.
if you can sit there and say, well, you know what, let him go, then let him go. Well, as in for my house.
Oh, me and my house. I know that's right.
We gonna serve
my
the
legacy
Lord.
and my legacy. I'm not letting that be the end of my family legacy.
I know
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
I understand what you're saying, Steve. And you know, one thing that I've always admired about you is you're strong. Like, I said what I said, and that's it. Like, I've always admired that about you. I love that about you. But knowing that about you, I feel, and this is just me speaking on what I said. Like I said, the only person that I really messed up with, I got pregnant by, I don't know what happened on that regard. But, you know, I feel like you would not put that realm out there if you didn't trust her like that. Like, you would never say, like, just say that, you know, you had a woman that you had to watch. You would never put that stigma out there to say, okay, you get one pass.
Well,
if
first,
you can't trust that woman, because I swear to you, the first time I met Tay, I trusted her with my life. I don't even know this lady.
First of all,
I didn't even know her. I trust her.
I would never marry anybody I don't trust.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's a mistake that a lot of people
that's
make.
the whole thing I'm saying.
Right,
you trust her with your life, so
see,
you would never put that thing out there if you feel like she would take the bait.
Look
I
at
feel
this.
like that.
Look at this. 5 years, I wouldn't have said that. At the 5-year mark, I would have never said that.
But you're older and wiser. 20 years later.
No. What I'm saying is that on the 7th year, I said that. You understand what I'm saying? The day that I said, yo, I'm about to marry her, she already got the pass because I married her. I'm not trusting anybody I don't trust is not getting a wedding ring. So off the rip, on that 7th year, when I said I do, she got the pass already. I'm not saying that she got it yesterday.
So you're confirming. No, I didn't say that. You're confirming what I'm saying. Because you're like, I'm saying that if it was somebody like 20 years, I don't care if it's 50 years from now, if it's somebody that you don't trust, you would not say that ever.
Hey,
like you would never say that.
Why would I give anybody a pass if somebody I don't trust?
That's what I just said.
Y'all just both
y'all are
right. We're on the same page.
Like,
like we're on the same page. Like we're going to.
But I feel like, but I kind of, to a certain extent, I kind of see I understand what C is saying, because like I understand what you're saying. Like you trust her, you do trust her, but it's like I get the human aspect. Like you're saying, human make mistakes, and it is what it is, and you understand it. Right. But you're also saying like, hey, if this were to happen, it's also going to cause not only myself but her. We need to look at us and evaluate and say, okay, so where did we go wrong? Like, what's the problem? And I feel like, unfortunately, even though I said what I said about walking away, if my significant other were to commit infidelity against me, I feel like walking away, especially with our generation, is like always the answer. Like, it's never a let's stay and fight, or let's both be grown enough to sit and figure out what the issue is. It's just like, oh, you left the toilet seat down. I can't do this no more. I'm walking away. Oh my God, you didn't put this big sock in the hand. Oh my God, no. Let me go to Twitter. Oh my God, I can't believe it. He didn't like. It's always just like that. Hence why I've always said, first of all, like, we would never celebrate, I feel like, our generation, unless the Lord decides to bless you to see, like, I don't feel like we would be celebrating those 60-year anniversary and 55-year anniversary. Because you think about it, when our grandparents and great grandparents were getting married, they were young, and second, they were staying married regardless of anything.
And they jumped the broom, like they jumped the actual broom.
If he cheated, if he had a gambling problem, if he had a drinking problem, if he had an outside child, they just took the child in and nobody ever knew until they at the family reunion 10 years later, and Aunt Jetty Bain happened to let it slip. Like, things like that. Like, they always like
you
stayed
got
together.
you got a whole dynamic.
Because,
Like, what?
but that's exactly what happens.
That's what
like,
happens though.
It is. It's what
It
happens. Our
really
generation,
is. Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
he bought me vodka, but he know I like tequila. I can't do this. Like, it's
we're not tolerable anymore.
Right.
It's like,
We're
it's
not.
like tolerable.
You
We
know
are
the movie,
literally.
the movie that put things in perspective, and I'm gonna let it go after this, I swear. The movie that put things in perspective for me was Cadillac Records. Every time that man opened the door, it was another baby. And she loved him so much. She loved
Gabrielle
him.
Union character?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
She loved that man. And she couldn't have children. So there were different things working between. You know what I'm saying?
And even with that, she still
she was hurting. She was hurting.
Whose character was that? Columbus Short's character? Like he was like whose character?
Name?
Well, whoever the drunk dude was that had the gambling that they took in.
He used to come in.
He like loved her, and he like even was like, "Why do you let him keep doing this to you?" And she was like, "Because I love him."
Because I love him.
Yeah, long walk.
Yes, long walk.
He was
not even Walter. No, it was not him. What's his name? The one who was the main character with Gabrielle Union. It was Gabrielle, whatever who he was. The main, not Lone Wolf. It was Lone Wolf. Walter. What's
Muddy
his name?
Waters. Was it
Muddy Waters?
Is that who it was?
Muddy Waters was the
Mos
man.
Def? I don't know Mos Def. I think Mos Def played.
Mos Def was in there, but no, Muddy Waters was like at the time he was like 46 or whatever. Whoever played him. Every time that man, first of all, he found out the lady couldn't have kids, so he was out here, actors and musicians was out here doing their dirty business, and every time he opened the door, it was another baby. They had 4 kids that did not belong to her, and she loved that man so much, and she couldn't have kids. She took care of them kids like they were her own. And every time the door opened, there was another child. And he died. And she was still taking care of them kids.
And
listen,
get it,
I
don't care.
Like
me personally, that's a certain level of strength. Because I don't know if I could do that. I don't. Listen. You're not about to come knocking on my door.
Right. I'm not.
I'm
not down for nobody being stupid. Or
that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying. There's a different type of love that, if you're lacking something, but that was a different year also. That was the 40s. That was the 50s. You know what I'm saying? Like now,
I feel like women I feel like back then women had to stay. Like they didn't have a choice. There
was no liberation.
Right. They didn't have anything else. And then back then they had already left their family. They were cleaving to their husband, as the Bible says, and so they really didn't have a choice to be like, "Oh, well, forget about you. I'm gonna go out here and do it on my own."
And our parents were telling, like at that time, our parents was like, "Girl, you can't have kids. You better get them kids." Like it was a lot. So to say like now, or you get a pass, Tay ain't finna get no pass.
Listen,
the man for her. You all she wants.
But here's the thing. What you have to understand. I don't care what Tay's going to do. Because it's not about her. It's about it's my standards.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Whatever she going to do, if I do what I do, then that's her business. But me, I know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I know how I get down. So whatever she going to do, that ain't my business. I mean, it's my business, but at the same time, I mean, that's
it's your business, but you're not gonna press the issue.
I'm gonna ask for a second chance. If I don't get that second chance, I respect it. That's just how I go.
I don't see it going that way.
Listen, you can't. Humans are humans.
Humans are definitely humans.
My thing is, how do you? You gotta understand, like, what's the value when you are faced with stuff like that? You're just gonna ask what the value of your relationship is. And if you feel like
I would say
if it's not worth, something to the point where we can try to figure this out, throw it away.
I'm
That's
But
what
even
the person
so,
who cheats
I-
needs to think about before they do it. That's the thing.
the value of what they would be losing,
Yeah.
right?
right.
Are you
Yeah,
saying
because
the
that's
thing?
the thing
Okay,
you need to
yeah.
ask yourself before you actually go cheat. That ain't something that you think about past tense.
It,
That's
I'ma
it
say
don't,
I
it
this.
feel
don't, it
like,
don't
but in
work.
actuality, it don't work like
It
that.
don't
Like
work
I
that
know
way.
Yeah,
we
it don't
does
work like
we
that.
all